Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Friday Night Scripture Reading. I almost forgot what I was saying. It's been so long since we've done one of these. Friday nights have been busy over the last couple of months, so I haven't done the videos. But we'll pick it up, Ezekiel chapter 25, reading out of the LSB. And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, set your face toward the sons of Ammon, and prophesy against them, and say to the sons of Ammon, Hear the word of Lord Yahweh. Thus says Lord Yahweh, because you said, Aha, against my sanctuary when it was profaned, and against the land of Israel when it was made desolate, and against the house of Judah when they went into exile. Therefore, behold, I am going to give you the sons of the east for a profession, or for a possession. And they will set their encampments among you and make their dwellings among you. They will eat your fruit and drink your milk. I will make Rabbah a pasture for camels, and the sons of Ammon a resting place for flocks. Thus you will know that I am Yahweh. For thus says Lord Yahweh, because you have clapped your hands and stamped your feet, and were glad with all the scorn of your soul against the land of Israel. Therefore, behold, I have stretched out my hand against you, and I will give you for plunder to the nations. And I will cut you off from the peoples and make you perish from the lands. I will destroy you. Thus you will know that I am Yahweh. Thus says Lord Yahweh, because Moab and Seir say, Behold, the house of Judah is like all the nations. Therefore, behold, I am going to open the flank of Moab by its cities which are on its frontiers, the glory of the land, Beth Jeshimoth, Baal Meon, and Kiratham. And I will give it for a possession along with the sons of Ammon to the sons of the east, so that the sons of Ammon will not be remembered among the nations. Thus I will execute judgment on Moab, and they will know that I am Yahweh. Thus says Lord Yahweh, because Edom has acted against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and has incurred grievous guilt, and avenged themselves upon them. Therefore, thus says Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand against Edom, and cut off man and beast from it, and I will lay it waste from Teman even to Dedan. They will fall by the sword. I will lay my vengeance on Edom by the hand of my people, Israel. Therefore, they will act in Edom according to my anger and according to my wrath. Thus they will know my vengeance, declares Lord Yahweh. Thus says Lord Yahweh, because the Philistines have acted in revenge and have taken vengeance with scorn of soul to bring ruin with everlasting enmity. Therefore, thus says Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will stretch out my hand against the Philistines and cut off the Cherethites and cause the remnant of the seacoast to perish. So I will execute great vengeance on them with wrathful reproofs, and they will know that I am Yahweh when I lay my vengeance on them. Chapter 26 of Ezekiel. Now it happened in the 11th year on the 1st of the month that the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, because Tyre has said concerning Jerusalem, Aha, the gateway of the peoples is broken. It is open to me. I shall be filled now that she is laid waste. Therefore, thus says Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against you, O Tyre, and I will bring up many nations against you as the sea brings up its waves. They will make the walls of Tyre a ruin and pull down her towers, and I will scrape her dust from her and make her a bare rock. She will be a place for the spreading of nets in the midst of the sea. For I have spoken, declares Lord Yahweh, and she will become plunder for the nations. Also her daughters, who are on the mainland, will be killed by the sword, and they will know that I am Yahweh. For thus says Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will bring up Tyre from the north, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, king of kings, with horses, chariots, horsemen, and an assembly of a great number of people. He will kill your daughters on the mainland with the sword, and he will make siege walls against you, cast up a ramp against you, and raise up a large shield against you. The blow of his battering rams he will direct against your walls. and with his swords he will tear down your towers. Because of the abundance of his horses, the fine dust raised by them will cover you. Your walls will shake at the noise of horsemen and wagons and chariots when he enters your gates, as men enter a city that is breached. With the hooves of his horses he will trample all your streets. He will kill your people with the sword, and your strong pillars will come down to the ground. Also, they will make a spoil of your wealth and a plunder of your merchandise, and pull down your walls and tear down your desirable houses, and throw your stones and your timbers and your debris into the water. So I will cause the tumult of your songs to cease, and the sound of your harps will be heard no more. I will make you a bare rock. You will be a place for the spreading of nets. You will be built no more, for I, Yahweh, have spoken, declares Lord Yahweh. Thus says Lord Yahweh to Tyre, shall not the coastlands shake at the sound of your downfall, when the wounded groan, when the killing occurs in your midst? Then all the princes of the sea will go down from their throne, remove their robes, and strip off their embroidered garments. They will clothe themselves with trembling. They will sit on the ground, tremble every moment, and be appalled at you. They will take up a lamentation over you and say to you, how you have perished, O inhabited one. From the sea, O city that was praised, which was strong on the sea, she and her inhabitants, who imposed her terror on all her inhabitants. Now the coastlands will tremble on the day of your downfall. Yes, the coastlands which are by the sea will be dismayed at your departure. For thus says Lord Yahweh, when I make you a city lay waste, like the cities which are not inhabited, when I bring up the deep over you and the great waters cover you, then I will bring you down with those who go down to the pit, to the people of old, and I will make you inhabit the lower parts of the earth, like the ancient waste places, with those who go down to the pit, so that you will not be inhabited. But I will set glory in the land of the living. I will bring terrors on you, and you will be no more. Though you will be sought, you will never be found again, declares Lord Yahweh. Chapter 27 of Ezekiel. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, now as for you, son of man, take up a lamentation over Tyre, and say to Tyre, who inhabits the entrance to the sea, a trader of the peoples to many coastlands. Thus says Lord Yahweh, O Tyre, you have said, I am perfect in beauty. Your borders are in the heart of the seas. Your builders have perfected your beauty. They have made all your planks of fir trees from Sinir. They have taken a cedar from Lebanon to make a mast for you. Of oaks from Bashan they have made your oars. With ivory they have inlaid your deck of boxwood from the coastlands of Cyprus. Your sail was of fine embroidered linen from Egypt, so that it became your standard. Your awning was blue and purple. From the coastlands of Elisha, the inhabitants of Sidon and Arvad were your rowers. Your wise men, O Tyre, were aboard. They were your pilots. The elders of Gebal and her wise men were with you repairing your seams. All the ships of the sea and their sailors were with you in order to deal in your merchandise. Persia and Lud and Put were in your military force. Your men of war, they hung shields and helmet in you. They set forth your majesty. The sons of Arvad and your military force were on your walls all around, and the Gemedim were in your towers. They hung their small shields on your walls all around. They perfected your beauty. Tarshish was your customer because of the abundance of all kinds of wealth. With silver, iron, tin, and lead, they paid for your wares. Jevon, Tubal, and Meshech, they were your traders. With the lives of men and vessels of bronze, they paid for your merchandise. Those from Beth Togarmah gave horses and war horses and mules for your wares. The sons of Dedan were your traders. Many coastlands were customers at your hand. Ivory, tusks, and ebony they brought as your payments. Aram was your customer because of the abundance of your goods. They paid for your wares with emeralds, purple, embroidered work, fine linen, coral, and rubies. Judah and the land of Israel, they were your traders. With the wheat of Minnith, cakes, honey, oil, and balm, they paid for your merchandise. Damascus was your customer because of the abundance of your goods, because of the abundance of all kinds of wealth, because of the wine of Helbon and white wool. Also, Vedan and Javan paid for your wares from Uzal. Wrought iron, cassia, and sweet cane were among your merchandise. Dedan traded with you in saddlecloths for riding. Arabia and all the princes of Kedar, they were customers at your hand for lambs, rams, and goats. For these, they were your customers. The traders of Sheba and Ramah, they traded with you. They paid for your wares with the best of all kinds of spices, with all kinds of precious stones and gold. Haran, Cana, Eden, and traders of Sheba, Asher, and Chilmad traded with you. They traded with you in choice garments, in clothes of blue and embroidered work, and in carpets of many colors and tightly wound cords, which were among your merchandise. The ships of Tarshish were the carriers for your merchandise. And you were filled and were very glorious in the heart of the seas. Your rowers have brought you into great waters. The east wind has broken you in the heart of the seas. Your wealth, your wares, your merchandise, your sailors and your pilots, your repairers of seams, your dealers in merchandise, and all your men of war who are in you, with all your assembly that is in your midst, will fall into the heart of the seas on the day of your downfall. At the sound of the cry of your pilots, the pasture lands will shake. All who handle the oar, the sailors and all the pilots of the sea, will come down from their ships. They will stand on the land, and they will make their voice heard over you, and will cry bitterly. They will cast dust on their heads. They will wallow in ashes. Also, they will make themselves bald for you, and gird themselves with sackcloth. And they will weep for you in bitterness of soul, with bitter mourning. Moreover, in their wailing, they will take up a lamentation for you, and lament over you. Who is like Tyre? Like her who is silent in the midst of the sea when your wares went out from the seas. You satisfied a great number of peoples. With the greatness of your wealth and your merchandise, you enriched the kings of earth. Now that you are broken by the seas and the depths of the waters, your merchandise and all your assembly have fallen in the midst of you. All the inhabitants of the coastlands are appalled at you, and their kings are horribly horrified. They are troubled in countenance. The merchants among the peoples hiss at you. You have become terrified, and you will cease to be forever. Chapter 28 of Ezekiel. The word of Yahweh came to me again. It came again to me, saying, Thus, son of man, say to the ruler of Tyre, Thus says Lord Yahweh, because your heart is lofty, and you have said, I am a god. I sit enthroned in the seat of gods in the heart of the seas, yet you are a man and not God. Although you make your heart like the heart of God, behold, you are wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that is a match for you. By your wisdom and understanding you have acquired wealth for yourself, and have acquired gold and silver for your treasuries. By your great wisdom, by your trade, you have increased your wealth, and your heart is lofty because of your wealth. Therefore, thus says Lord Yahweh, because you have made your heart like the heart of God. Therefore, behold, I will bring strangers upon you, the most ruthless of the nations, and they will draw their swords against the beauty of your wisdom and defile your splendor. They will bring you down to the pit, and you will die the death of those who are slain in the heart of the seas. Will you still say, I am a god? in the presence of the one who kills you. Though you are a man and not God, in the hands of those who slay you, you will die, the death of the uncircumcised, by the hand of strangers. For I have spoken, declares Lord Yahweh. Again, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, take up a lamentation over the king of Tyre, and say to him, Thus says Lord Yahweh, you had the seal of perfection, full of wisdom, and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering, the ruby, the topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the lapis lazuli, the turquoise, and the emerald, and the gold. The workmanship of your settings and sockets was in you. On the day that you were created, they were prepared. You were the anointed cherub who covers, and I placed you there. You were on the holy mountain of God. You walked in the midst of the stones of fire. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created, until unrighteousness was found in you. By the abundance of your trade, you were internally filled with violence, and you sinned. Therefore I have cast you as profane from the mountain of God, and I have destroyed you, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Your heart was lofty because of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom by reason of your splendor. I cast you to the ground. I put you before kings, that they may see you. By the abundance of your iniquities, in the unrighteousness of your trade, you profaned your sanctuaries. Therefore, I have brought out fire from the midst of you. It has consumed you, and I have turned you to ashes on the earth. In the eyes of all who see you, all who know you among the peoples are appalled at you. You have become terrified, and you will cease to be forever. And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, set your face towards Sidon. Prophesy against her, and say, Thus says Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against you, O Sidon, and I will be glorified in your midst. Then they will know that I am Yahweh when I execute judgments in her, and I will manifest my holiness in her. For I will send pestilence to her, and blood to her streets, and the wounded will fall in her midst by the sword upon her on every side. Then they will know that I am Yahweh, and there will be no more for the house of Israel a prickling briar or a painful thorn from any round about them who scorn them. Then they will know that I am Lord Yahweh. Thus says Lord Yahweh, when I gather the house of Israel from the peoples, among whom they are scattered, and will manifest my holiness in them in the sight of the nations, then they will live in their land which I gave to my servant Jacob. They will live in it securely, and they will build houses, plant vineyards, and live securely, when I execute judgments upon all who scorn them all around them. Then they will know that I am Yahweh, their God. Hey, praise the Lord for the reading of his word. If the Lord wills it, we'll see you guys this Lord's Day. Sunday school is at 10 a.m. Corporate worship at 11 a.m. Evening worship at 6 p.m. Y'all have a great weekend. Goodbye.